with very good field position. Josh Ferguson with his first carry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Here's the 11 starters on defense for Buffalo, and the new coaching staff really coming in. They can look at two numbers, kind of yin and yang. They're good against the pass, 6th in the league, 29th, though, against the run.
Well, if you look at this new coaching staff that has taken over in Buffalo and trace their past, it starts with them stopping the run because they are a very aggressive, blitz-happy type of a group. But it only begins with stopping the run first. So I expect that number to improve in 2017 for Buffalo.
Vinatieri now on to try the field goal for the Colts. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way.
Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Colts going up against the Bills. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. Quan Bray now to return this football. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. On first down, it's Locke. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. Good point you brought up before the game is you hear great quarterback-receiver duos. You think Manning, Beckham, Roethlisberger, Brown, Ryan, and Jones. But Locke and Hilton, how about these two? I mean, T.Y. led the league in yards in 2016.
And a lot of it done from the slot position. And he's one of those guys that can work inside. They can also stick him outside. He can go deep and make big-time plays. T.Y. Hilton is Mr. Excitement with the ball in his hands. Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now the former Illinois man, it's Josh Ferguson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's the offense, and if you're the defense, Charles, you really have to focus on that guy that's highlighted on the screen.
You're talking about pure speed. T.Y. Hilton can get down the middle of the field. And
now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. Look at the big man rumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the possession switches to Indianapolis. Here come the Colts. Will be the head coach again. Many thought he might be on the way out.
He's staying. Brand new general manager in place. They'll have to work hand in hand together to keep improving the roster. But you just mentioned the back-to-back 8-8 seasons. In the AFC South, that only puts them about 1 game out of the playoffs. So if they can make any type of improvement, they have a chance to get back into the playoffs where they were for the...
And this is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 61 yards. They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, here's Locke. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Moore back there is the lone setback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs. I still remember when Frank Gore came out of the University of Miami, and there were injury questions about him because of his knees. Guess what? He just had his 9th 1,000-yard season in 2016 with Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's something. It's an Indianapolis Colts franchise that the last few years has really struggled with guys running the football, but Gore picking him back up this year. He's 33. Larry Fitzgerald is 33. Those guys still producing.
And you know what the coaches say about both of them? They're the ultimate pros.
Now the first carry for Jordan Todman. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jordan Todman taking it in. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Left side here, caught by Clay. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And so often we talk about electric playmakers as we look at the offense here. Sammy Watkins, he's an electric playmaker.
Love the word you used. Electric indeed. Dynamic. And this guy makes plays and opens the game up.
He's got time. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And now a look at the defense for the Colts.
Trent Cole's been around the block a little bit in this league. Whether he's playing defensive end or outside linebacker, he provides consistent play.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. For McCoy this year, 5th time in his 8-year career that he's topped the 1,000-yard mark. Charles, first time he's done it with the Bills, though, finished with 1267.
And he's the type of player that you can build around. And what I mean by that is, as a runner, as a pass catcher, he does a little bit of everything, and he opens up the offense for everyone else around him, the complementary players. But he's a guy, heavy-duty ball carrier, and also get him in space, and he can break people down.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Let's go! On first down, it's Taylor. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now, the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2.
One thing I can say pretty safely, That route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Mike Gillislee taking it in from a yard out, and the Bills have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a first down throw. Lock. Wide open receiver complete. It's a pickup of 21. And that'll be good for an Indianapolis first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Gore back there is the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
First and goal, Gore. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Play fake to Turbin. Now Luck. And his throw is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's third down. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's third and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Philip Dorsett from 6 yards away. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I know the object for us when we call games is to be neutral, but I have to tell you, I am rooting so hard for Sammy Watkins to have an injury-free next season, just to see everything that he can do and give himself the best opportunity so that we can see it.
Yeah, over the last 2 years, he's missed 11 games. It's tough. The one bright spot for him, though, is Clemson Tigers did win the national championship.
Yeah, I think that's going to give him a little bit of comfort, but what he wants more than anything, a healed foot and a chance to be the #1 receiver he was drafted to be.
And Buffalo wants that, too. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Looking for his tight end Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Colts are going to have a first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On the run, it's Robert Turbin. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw on second down is Locke. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
The final shot before the break. Locke. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he...
Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Taylor will throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
He filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Percy Harvin, the intended receiver there, and it's third down. Nine yards to go. It's third down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Third down. The Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Now Taylor. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Calling him even 20 yards on the pickup. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come up in an offset eye. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Now Taylor. Trying to get it to Harvin, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
1 receiver left is Hilton. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now it's Luck. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And now following that play, we've got a man down defensively, one of the members of the secondary. And we'll just hope he's all right to continue. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Jordan Todman. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jordan Todman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already, right?
He's got a man complete. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, it's Taylor. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Again, it's Taylor. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Carpenter now, after the made field goal, will kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 72 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Eric Walden in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there. Taylor to Watkins. 51 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Taylor to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. A gain of 6 there on first. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Come on, let's go.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, as the play call comes in on third down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And they'll run it with McCoy. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, they won't get the touchdown, but they'll get the next best thing as they're able to convert on fourth down, and they'll be left with a first and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyrod Taylor taking it in. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front, have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
4 yards remaining now on second down. From the gun, it's Taylor. Dancing to his left. And he's got room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
He's got his man on the crossing route. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Halfback sent in motion. He's back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Back to throw. He may try and run for this. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And some room to maneuver. And avoids the... Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now it's Taylor, rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And this seemingly endless drive continues. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Now Taylor. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. Flush to his right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And look out. I think he's going to go. The 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back and
interception return for a Colts TD. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone in and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive,